what's the importance of even letting niggas know, like, yo, like, bro, I'm still out here praying. I'm still, you know, trying to be a good person, this and that.
I want to be a good person, bro. I don't like stuff, like when I rap and stuff, like, I'm like, I know what I take pride in for real. Like, I like to just be myself, but the internet, like, I know about like the certain misconceptions and shit, but it's like, I'm such a rare like hybrid. I feel like I don't even like, fuck, whatever they want to think, that's better for me. They think that shit. Because at the end of the day, what I can't control shit. It's like letting them think what they want to think is way better for me and stuff. Like, 100%. Just think what they want.
Yo, 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 it's your boy Hakeem, and you are watching Our Generation Music. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And today, man, I got a very, very special one for y'all. I know I say that a lot, but we got the one and only BLP Kosher in the building. What's up, my boy?
That's real, bro, my dog. Thank you, man. Thank you.
My boy, the GOAT, man. This boy been going crazy. This man been going viral. Just really doing his thing right now, building up. This is your first interview, sit down interview. So we gotta unpack. We gotta get into the BLP Kosher story. You know, one of the things that you know, first looking up your music and everything that came up was BLP's skate videos.
Yeah.
Like at first, I was like, is this the same nigga that's throwing down these crazy tray flips and blunt slides and all this?
Yeah, that's real, bro. Thank you, bro. That shit crazy. That shit like big part of like my coming up and shit, like stuff like that.
That's crazy. How long you were skating for?
Since I was like 7 type shit.
Damn.
Yeah, 7. Like I was like maybe like playing with tech decks in like school and shit. My bad, my voice crazy right now.
You good.
That fucking New York allergies and shit. But yeah, fam, like just 7 years old, just like at like the cafeteria, we had like tech decks and shit. I was like, I want to start skating, and like I was like watching like on TV and shit. Yeah, like, I seen Tony Hawk and shit like that.
Yeah, I remember those good old tech deck battles in the cafeteria on the lunch table. Them shits was so fire. I stole mad tech decks from Walmart. They probably, I'm sorry, I had to. Y'all made it too easy to steal.
I used to do that shit too. We used to hit Zoomies and shit.
You used to steal from Zoomies?
Yeah, them boys put me on, and then they started going up and skating. I started learning from them and stuff. That shit was fucked up. Like Zoomies was the biggest lick. That shit was crazy. It
was so easy to steal from Zoomies. Like you just had to distract one worker, had a homie go distract a worker, and then you just steal some shit. The craziest thing I stole from Zoomie was that there was a Zoo York pop-up. Zoo York, pop-up at Zoomies when I was like young. And it was at the mall, and the Nike SBs was lit at the time.
Hell yeah.
The Zoom tray ads, it was lit, and there was a pair of those in there, and I like stole them shits. The homie distracted the nigga, so I just threw the shoes in my old shoes and the shit. Threw them shits on, walked right out. I was so geeked because I wanted those shoes so bad, but my poor ass, you know what I mean?
That shit crazy. That shit's crazy, bro. You snap.
Yeah. So, you know, you grew up skating. Since you were 7, obviously your part that's on YouTube, the comments are off. It was super fire. I was super blown away. I was like, yo, this nigga is nice as fuck at skating. There's like 2 parts up actually.
Yeah, thank you, bro. That's real. I appreciate it.
How, you know, now you're rapping and everyone knows you for rapping. Like, talk a little bit about like your journey in skateboarding. Did you ever like wanted to go pro? Did you get, you know, flow or anything like that?
Yeah, I wanted to like. I thought that was going to be my career, to be real honest with you. I thought that was going to be my career. I was like, I had like a little skate shop sponsor through Flow and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, it was just like a hustle, like, you know what I mean? Just like going in the streets with the camera, like ask my friend to film it, go home, like pay my dog to edit and shit. It was just kind of like very similar to rap. Like you could use that like work ethic in the stew in a way too and shit.
Yeah, that's hard. So you took your skateboarding work ethic and brought it to music.
Yeah, for sure.
That's amazing. So, you know, you're from Broward County, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of legendary artists that have came out of Broward. You know, X, Ski, you know, to name a few. You know, what's it like being an artist from Broward County?
It's just like, I feel like it's more like the melting pot of Florida. I feel like Broward is like, I feel like that's like the most Floridian part of Florida, in my opinion. That's just like Deerfield, Pompano, like Fort Lauderdale. Like, there's so many cities in Broward, but like Boca is like borderline right next to me, and I live there a lot too and stuff. So like, I feel like what Broward did for me was just kind of make me like a open-minded person and shit. Just like anything could be total opposite of what it seems like. Like, it made me have to be like open-minded, like be like, don't ever judge. Like, that's what like that city did for me. It's Deerfield. Yeah.
So that's what the city you're from is Deerfield.
Yeah, Deerfield.
And the whole thing there is, you know, a lot of people are very accepting and, you know, open-minded, I'm guessing.
I had to be like that.
Okay.
Like, basically, like, I give Deerfield the credit because that's the city that made me like a man. Like, I lived a lot of places, but the city that made me a man, I got to give credit to that is Deerfield. You feel me? I grew up over there. That was like where I spent the majority of my time actually growing, like shit like Bar-mitzvah and like stuff like that. Yeah, we got to touch roots into, you know, your upbringing, your Jewish upbringing and everything. Man, because it's like, you're like the first Jewish rapper that is like, you know, like there's Drake, you know, there was Mac. I think Mac Miller was Jewish, right? But like, you're like Jewish, you know, you're white, and you got the wicks. Like, I'm sure every time he was like, you know, walking around Deerfield or walking around Florida, niggas is like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, nah, you right, that shit crazy. It's like, shout out my boy Charmaine and shit. He gave me my look. He gave me the 2 wicks and shit. My boy Charmaine, shout out to that boy. He got killed by the police on some crazy like creep shit. They didn't have to do that. It was like some wild like shouldn't have happened type shit. And like when that happened, I was like so fierce. I was like, I ain't never finna cut these off type shit. And then yeah, basically how I got a hairstyle was I had like just like my little 2, you know, my little small like just regular payas and shit, just like very small. The Jewish thing. Yeah, just like the little ones and shit. I put like stuff inside of them, like whatever. And like his girlfriend had passed away, and I was like, I want to help. I gave him like the tefillin prayer and helped him do like the Kaddish for her soul to elevate, like to just. And he wanted to do some shit for me, and he was like, I'm gonna make your little payas wick him up. And he was like, just 2, that shit hard, bro. Like he would like turn that boy to a monster and stuff. And he helped me. Just like market myself, like he was like, bro, like watch how people click your shit now. Like I was like, damn, bro, that's crazy. Like, so your shit, you had the regular like the little Jewish things, and then it turned into this. It turned into the wicks. What was that like? You know, initial like first response from everybody? Like, I'm sure your parents, the people you're around, they're like, bro, what the hell just happened? Nah, you're right. Yeah, like it took. They grew. When he did it, they were like very little, you know what I mean? So like, you really couldn't notice until it was noticeable? Yeah, they were real small, but they were locked and they kept free-forming. And then when he passed, they just started growing much bigger. You know, I wasn't trimming them as much. They kept free-forming though and stuff. But yeah, basically like, he was like a goat. Like he was also a big Dreidel. Like he had it tatted on him, just like shit like that, Charmaine. And then, yeah, bro, that's really what it was with the hairstyles because of him and shit, for sure. Man, shout out him. Now your parents, right? Because obviously, you know, you're rapping, you're skating. I'm sure these are things they're just like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on here? Well, how do they take, you know, because you've been putting music out since like 2020 on SoundCloud and shit. Yeah, 2021. Yeah, 2021 on SoundCloud. How do they take it? You know, like, yo, I'm gonna be a rapper. This is what I'm on. Like, I knew I grew up skating, but this is what I'm about to be on. Yeah, like I low-key didn't even tell anybody I was rapping at first. Like, when I first started, I was like, just doing it, but I would go out, skate, you know. At that time, I was living with my grandma and my mom at this, like, senior living place and shit when I was starting. Word? Yeah, so, like, kind of had to be, like, out at, like, 7, or no, I had to be out before 7 a.m. and I couldn't come back until after 12. Like, well, some days were different. That's really just what I was like, in order to be considerate of, so I don't get kicked out and like, you know, be able to help the grandma and shit too. You gotta like, it's really supposed to be, you know, like, it's like a 15 up type shit. Like,
yeah.
You know? So it's like, kind of like, that made me kind of like I like being out anyway. I got ADHD bad, so like, I like to be like out. I don't even like spending time in the crib. Even my manager be like, bro, why don't you want to just go kick it in the crib? We're like, bro, I can't. He's like, bro, that's dangerous. Like, I got such bad ADHD. Like, I don't like hanging out inside the crib. Like, I like being outside.
You always constantly got to be doing something.
Yeah, because I grew up at a skate park.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure that really helped with skating, because like I had ADHD growing up too, and that's kind of like how I am. I constantly want to be doing some shit too. So like skating really, really, really helped. Like, nigga, I was always outside, bro. Like, OD outside. So you were staying in the, you know, the retirement place with your mom and your grandma.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm sure it's because, like, you know, things weren't, you know, pretty. Like, you know what I mean? You guys were all in there together. I'm sure you weren't even allowed to do that, obviously.
Yeah, I don't want to flag. Like, it was straight at that time. It was straight. I don't want to like flag. Like, it was okay. It was just like my decision at that point, because I was like where I was living for a lot of time, also Dolo, like Pine Tree Apartments and shit. It's basically just like a melting pot, like Latino, Haitian. There's Jewish temple right across the street, Checkers, you know, so skate spots and shit, like Latino market. It's like Deerfield, Hillsborough, and Military. So like, it's just Broward. Like, it ain't the worst city in Deerfield. I mean, sorry, it ain't the worst neighborhood in Deerfield type shit. It's just like, for me,
just a melting
everything's
pot.
Around, you know, you got a little bit of the best of both worlds and shit.
That's fire.
Yeah,
I love a good melting pot, man. I think like it's like the best place for, you know, new breaths in the culture. Like, everyone's kind of like, you know, taking from each other, and like, you know, you're learning from this person and this person's learning from this person. It also just breathes new life into, you know, just the culture in general, and just, you know, many different things in life, I feel like. You know,
for sure,
being from the East Coast, bro, it's just like, and like Jersey and New York, bro, it's just like you grew up around fucking Italians, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Haitians, Jamaicans. I'm Jamaican myself, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just everybody. So we all trying each other food, trying each other women, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, bro.
Oh, God. But yeah, so, you know, skating, your flow, you know, you start rapping, you start putting things out in 2021. You know, you say your mans say, yo, your music about to go crazy. Like, people are going to notice you now because you got the wicks.
Yeah.
And you say he helped you out with the marketing and stuff. But talk a little bit about, like, the first song that went up and, like, the first moment you had when it was just like, yeah, everyone's noticing this shit now.
Yeah. You want me to, like, break down the start? Because I left out some of, like, the story and shit. Like, so basically, like, LeGary, my boy LeGary, he had like like the computer, and he had like the dongle, and like we were just fucking around during COVID, and then basically the whole, like, the summary of the whole shit was like, me and LeGary would joke around like January 2021. We made a song called Sweet Potato. We put that bill on SoundCloud, and it was like a joke. Like, I didn't really take it seriously type shit. I wasn't really trying to rap, to be honest with you. Like, I was just kind of more like, I was trying to make this skating shit happen. I was trying to get jobs and shit. Just like work, like trying to find work and stuff, like working at restaurants and some shit. And then I met that boy Jew Shiesty. His name wasn't Jew Shiesty.
Bro, the fucking GOAT. Yeah. New York GOAT.
Yeah.
Shout out my dog, Jew Shiesty, man. Yeah. I fucking love you, bro.
Yeah, you were a real one for that, bro.
Come on, bro. I slept on Jew Shiesty's couch the last time I went to New York.
Really?
Yeah, that's my man.
Oh, no, you think about somebody else. Jew Shiesty used to live in New York. His name Mike Cook. Jew Shiesty, my dog, Jew Shiesty, he knew a lot of them boys, like, in New York.
Okay. So it's a different, there's two Jew Shiesties?
Nah, there's one Jew Shiesty. I gave Jew Shiesty his name, Mike Cookburst. You know, I met him at the skate shop, and like there's a lot of people that be trying out that name, but there's one Jew Shiesty. That's that boy. That's that boy.
Not one of the homies being a phony.
Nah, yeah, he cool. I think I met him. He's a nice person for sure.
No, that's so
I think he's a great dude. I'm sure he's a great dude.
But back,
I just, you know, you gotta
let it be known. Back to your story.
Boy. Yeah, what's it called? Yeah, I met. So basically, his name was Michael Joshua Cook. I met him at the skate shop and shit, and he basically just like he had like the Star David, like Muggin David on his face and shit, and he was just seeing me, and he was like so excited to meet me, and like at that time I didn't really fuck with people. I was going through some bullshit. I was getting into bullshit, like didn't trust nobody, and I was just like whatever, like he's a Jewish rapper, whatever, Mike, like you feel me, like. And then he kept texting me. He's like, bro, that sweet potato, like, you're talented. Let me, feel me? Like, I was like, you got a real stew? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, fuck it, let's slide. Like, he took me to that boy, Alpi, his name DMT, Alpi Crib. That's in Hollywood, Florida and shit. And he basically just like, he basically was like a Jewish rapper. He could have been competitive with me and be like, nah, I'm the Jew, like, that raps and shit. He could have been real competitive. But he like, yeah, bro, this jit was so real. Like, jit was like genuine as fuck and just like took me to the got me in, paid for me, and was just telling me like, bro, you're talented, keep going and shit. And like, he was just very like funny. Like, we got like inside jokes and shit. And like, I was like, damn, bro, this man is like, he like 10 years older than me, like whole generation, but like we be like laughing and like kicking it and stuff. And like, it was so real. I was like, you know, I need to listen to him. He giving me this blueprint. He telling me that I'm making in this rap shit. So I started taking it seriously and shit. And then I gave him the name Jew Shiesty. He gave me my name, BLP Kosher. Yeah. And then
what's the meaning behind BLP Kosher? What does a BLP stand for?
It's basically like it's my initials and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my initials and shit.
And then the kosher is just what we love, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like there's a real deep meaning behind that shit and too. Like they gonna find out about stuff too. Like some people know about it and shit too, but like.
What's the deep meaning behind kosher?
Kosher is like, I guess it's like a humane way to do something. Like, yeah. I always just kept kosher my whole life in places where it's not kosher. I still managed to keep that shit. Okay. So it's like, it's kind of like how Jew was just very like, he was like, he would kind of like in and out of jail, but he still was like, I want to get bar-mitzvah and shit for my mom and shit. Like, I was like always repping that Judaism, even it's hard. Like, I ain't grow up religious or nothing.
You didn't grow up religious at all?
Nah, like that. It was like, I was a little more like aware of and like exposed to it than he was, but I still took it upon myself. Like, I don't care where I'm at. I'm still finna pray. I'm still finna get on the phone with the guy from Torrance Mason, learn some shit, and I'm still finna do the little rap that shit every day. Because I see when people was doing it, I was like, they ain't pushing on me at all. They like growing up as a skateboarder, I could have
neglected that completely.
Yeah, I could have. Yeah, exactly. That's how I really supposed to be, but nah. We still took it upon ourselves and tried. So it's really just like it's allergies.
No, you good.
Shit. Like where it's hard to be like, you know, holy, still try. Yeah. Even if you're not perfect. Like, I know who I'm supposed to be and shit. So
I love that, man. That's amazing, bro. So even today, like to this day, you're still practicing, you know, everything, you know, as a Jewish person.
Hell yeah, for sure. I be praying and stuff every day for sure. And like, I'm very like spiritual and stuff with God, and like I talk to God and stuff.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing. That's dope. I'm sure there's people out there probably have like completely like judging you, like thinking that you don't do that or you're not like that. What's the importance of even letting niggas know, like, yo, like, bro, I'm still out here praying. I'm still, you know, trying to be a good person, this and that.
I want to be a good person, bro. I don't like stuff, when I rap and stuff, like, I'm like, I know what I take pride in for real. Like, I like to just be myself, but the internet, like, I know about like the certain misconceptions, but it's like, I'm such a rare like hybrid. I feel like I don't even like fuck whatever they want to think. That's better for me. They think that shit. Because at the end of the day, what I can't control shit. It's like letting them think what they want to think is way better for me and stuff. Like, 100%. Just think what they want. And also like going back to stuff with Jew, he was just so genuine. Like, he embraced me as like an artist and stuff. And this was like, you know, it basically all happened because of that boy Jew Shiesty, like that boy Mike Cook. And like, he passed basically less than a year ago. Like, it's about to be a year coming in August. It'll make it a year. So like all this music shit was like, he wanted to see it. He was happy. He was more happy for me than I was happy for myself sometimes. Yeah. So I was like, once he passed, and then the music shit started popping off. It's like I was so angry. I was like, I'm gonna make this shit happen for him, type shit. But the thing is, I wanted to do it regardless. We were working hard together and stuff before and shit.
So that was your partner that really motivated you and really like pushed you to, you know, get to where you want to be and you get to here.
Yeah, for sure.
That's fire, man. We all need a homie like that. You know, obviously, you know, super big moment, one of the biggest moments for you so far. Cole Bennett video with you and BabyTron. It's so funny because when I first heard you, I was like, yo, this nigga, him and BabyTron will go crazy together. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna get into the bars a little bit later, but I feel like, you know, that was a super dope moment for you. I love the video. I love the simplicity in the video. Nice. You know, you and BabyTron playing tennis back and forth is just like, it was almost poetic. It's just like, you know, because tennis is such a back and forth thing. Like it really is one-on-one back and forth, and like y'all like, you know, y'all sparring in there with the bars, but y'all still friendly. I love it.
For sure, bro.
I love that. How did that come about?
It was like, I was in downtown, and then my manager texted me. He was like, yo, I just peeped BabyTron follows you, follow him back. And like, it happened right there. Like he just DM'd me and was like, yo, we gotta lock in the song. I was like, hey, that's real, for sure. And then like, that's how like we knew we was gonna do a song. And then Cole had followed me, and then he texted me. My phone was on like 1% type shit. I was eating pizza with Lil Gary and like Boca, like at this place in downtown. And then I seen Cole DM me, so I called my manager. I was like, that boy Cole DM me, I'm gonna hit him. And then Cole FaceTime me, and then he told me he wants to shoot some shit. And I was like, bro, I'm honored, bro. What the fuck? Like you slid, like that shit. It just snapped, bro. Like what? Like I was tripping. And then like, and then he asked me, he was like, have you had any artists reach out to you? And I was like, yeah, Tron. He's like, have you had any big artists reach out? I was like, yeah, Tron. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna make that happen. And then like, my boy Gabe introduced me to somebody named Lucas. My boy Lucas said, if you ever do a song with BabyTron, you gotta name it Mazel Tron. And I was like, I will. I will. And then like that shit happened like 3 weeks later. Both of them boys, shit spoke that shit into existence. Like, they're great people over there. I love them boys. They great. I fuck with them. Yeah. Cole, bros. I fuck with bro. He my dog for life now. Like he's so cool. Like he be calling me like, fuck the music. Like how you doing mentally stuff. I fuck with Cole.
Yeah. No, that's one of the things why I love Cole Bennett. I feel like he's such a real person when you meet him in real life. We were just out at Coachella. I seen him. We were all watching Frank together, and then we were watching a few other people, and it was just a good time. It was me, him, and Zach. We was all there turned up, man. That was great. We was drunk. We was drinking some 818. We was catching a big vibe. But yeah, you know, Lyrical Lemonade, you know, has broken a lot of dope artists and put a lot of dope artists onto the world and everything. And when I saw that, I thought that was a dope moment for you. You and Cole, like, you know, really doing something fire, and BabyTron. Yeah. What's your favorite Lyrical Lemonade video?
Damn, bro. Fuck, that's it. I would have to say, damn, bro, there's so many good ones. I mean, Juice WRLD, Lucid Dreams, I love that one. Classic. I love, like Lil Yachty Poland one. The boys, banger. Like, just like the area they were in, like the fast pace, it was like, yeah. I like all of them, man. I like all of them.
Cole's a fucking goat, man.
He's such a goat, bro.
You dropped your project BLP Kosher and the Magic Dreidel in November. Talk a little bit about how that project came about and everything.
I kind of like, I knew I wanted to drop like a little mini tape, because like I have a lot of tapes that are just only on SoundCloud. Yeah. Before like I got DistroKid and shit. I know like I was very like particular on like the order I wanted to be in. I was really just gonna do like 5-song EP, and then I had other stuff. I'm gonna just make an interlude and put a different little genre in there. And I literally just pulled up to my boy Alpi crib. Like I pulled up to Alpi crib. He let me use his computer, and I was just like, we bumped it all in the car, and my car speakers is ass. Like, so if the songs sound good in the car with the speakers that are like bad, that means, like I always test it out in the car. So like I was like, we bumped all, like me, Alpi, and Shad, the engineer, shout out them boys, and they just like helped me out. Like they just like dropped down the computer, set it for like a week ahead, and then it dropped. And it was just like that kind of like helped. That mixtape was like the Nag, the Jew on the Canoe and shit. And I put out Inferno before that. So it was really like Inferno and Cheap Gas kind of like got me like a little buzz. And then I think like Liam reached out to me after Inferno and shit. And that was like wild. That was like kind of like wild, like what's it called? Like Magic Dreidel was kind of like ringing little bells locally and shit.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, no. Definitely shout out Liam first and foremost. Shout out my guy Liam. Sure. You also too, man, I feel like how you be naming songs is insane, bro. Yeah. Like how do you come up with these names? Obviously there's some incorporation of, you know, being Jewish in there, but like Hanukkah Ween, the Knack, Inferno, like how do you come up with songs for your shit, man?
I'll just be like, whichever the funniest shit is in there, I'll be like, put that bitch, like, or whatever, like the
most outlandish names, huh?
Yeah, I'll just be like, I like to, whichever like one of my favorite bars is, like, I never name them on the spot. Like, I'll just put like rough draft name and usually change all the names. Like, I like to think about like attention grabbing names and shit.
Yeah.
And stuff.
That's fire. I think that's great marketing too, because when you see these names, you be like, Hanukkah Ween, what the fuck is?
Yeah.
What is this? Yeah. I gotta go check this out, man.
Yeah.
You know, and another thing you do too is like you always have, you know, part twos to songs. If you make songs, you have a part two. Why is that? Why do you feel like you need to, you know, give the world another version or
I feel like
an extension of it?
Shit, like the fans be like, when they like something, like I feel like that anticipation makes them excited. I like to cater to the fans and shit.
Bar-wise, BLP, as far as, you know, being a rapper, like you always come in with these bars, and I feel like every time I listen to your song, I'm always hearing some shit. I'm like, yo, this nigga is insane. You know what I mean? Where are you coming up with these bars from?
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. It's like, you just got to get into that chemical, or that zone where the chemical in your brain just makes them kind of flow. Like if I'm in the car listening to a beat, it's like naturally, like it gotta come from inside. Like I'll be coming up with a lot of bars, but I don't use them all. Like I like to write based off of a freestyle that started like in my head type shit. Just like brainstorm and then I'll write. Sometimes I'll just crack down and write a song in one sitting. Sometimes I'll just like while I'm living, it's like a way of living now. Like I could be on the airplane, hear some shit that make me intrigued, and I'll just be like, whip out my phone, just write down words, and then be like, I want to reconstruct that later, some shit. Like, probably like a bar or a couple bars a day, I'll just be coming up with little stuff, just like while I'm on the go type shit.
Do you put the shit in your notes, or it's all in your head?
Notes. I'll put it down so I don't forget. Like if I like something, I'll be like, oh, I like that one. Like let me remember that, and then I'll make it even better later. Some shit.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Nah, the Notes app. Shout out the great Steve Jobs. That was a crucial app
Genius,
for
bro,
music,
for
man.
real. Hell yeah.
And just in life in general, like making sure you're going to the grocery store and don't piss your girlfriend off. Like yeah, I remembered. I got that for fucking almond milk.
No, most definitely that.
So you know, you rapping and actually like, you know, trying and caring, like, cause I'm hearing bars and shit, you know. Who are you listening to? Like, what rappers did you grow up on, and who you fucking with?
All right, my list is like, I got the list like, I had that shit ready for this interview because I want to give that credit where it's due, and the boys they flowers. Let me make sure I'm not gonna forget nobody. Hold up, wait. Okay, so Wayne, Glock 9, Kodak,
Okay.
X, Ski Master, Slump God, Bankroll Fresh, and MC Guru from Gangstar. And then I listen to lots of other shit too, like besides rap, Camila Cabello, my favorite pop artist and shit.
Okay.
Her singing vocalist, she my favorite and shit. Yeah.
That's hard. Now, that's a great list right there. Wayne, Kodak, X, obviously. You know, y'all both from Florida. Kodak from Florida too. Has any of these artists ever hit you up?
Yeah.
Kodak hit you up?
Yeah. It was very like brief, but it was just like it was lit. It felt great to just like talk to him because, you know, that's how I grew up. Like, I probably listen to more him than music itself. Like,
damn.
Shit. Yeah. That's
crazy. That's such a surreal moment. Like, in a DM from someone that you're literally just growing up listening to all the time. You're like, bro, like,
exactly.
You helped created my world, like, type shit.
I told him honestly too, I was like, bro, you made my day, bro. I woke up and seen it. I was like, damn, bro, that boy a real one. He said what's up. That shit was crazy.
Did you guys get in the studio or anything?
Nah. One day that'd be an honor. Yeah. That should be an honor, man.
I'm sure that's gonna happen. I'm sure that's for sure gonna happen. You know, another thing too, you know, early on in the interview, you kind of spoke about the internet and just like, you know, how you view it and how you view things. I'm sure you've been also getting a lot of hate too. How do you deal with that? Because I'm sure people are like misjudging you, not knowing you're a cool, just chill dude. Or might think you're like culturally appropriating shit, all types of shit. How you know, what's your thoughts on everything and how you've been going about it?
I'm very like, hate comes from a certain place and it's like, I'm so used to it. It's like at the end of the day, like sometimes I understand where they're coming from, like in a way. Like sometimes I can't even blame some of the haters, you feel me? Because when I first started, like I made myself cringe out. Like I was like, I'm like, fuck, bro, I'm really about to be a white rapper, bro. Fuck this shit, man. What?
Not self-hate.
Not even that, just like certain shit just made me feel like this cringe, like this shit corny and stuff. But like, I was like, nah, like the hate, sometimes that shit just be making me laugh and shit. People be making funny shit up. I don't really, at the end of the day, them boys ass, bro. Everybody's so fucking pathetic. These just suck at everything they do. When I click their little profile, it'd be like some, I don't even want to say too much, bro, because
bro, I know the feeling, bro. Trust me. I know. You click the profile and nigga like, what are you doing? Like,
everybody that always hate be some ass jit. Just be like, just some like clown ass person. I'll be like, I don't really give a fuck to like.
Yeah.
But like that shit made me laugh so hard because like they realize they doing me a favor. That shit's so funny. I love looking through the hate because it's like, I love the haters too, because sometimes they be helping out. Like, they really be blessing that shit.
How has a hater helped you? You feel like?
Like, I got 700 comments instead of 300, or instead of 6. Okay, like half of it's hate. I had more hate than love when I first started. I was like fucking thanking them boys. Like, you made me hit this fucking amount. Like,
they helped you in the algorithm.
Yeah, like them boys snapped for me. So, shout out to them boys.
I've never heard a hater being used in that way of being helping the algorithm, and that's a great way to look at it. It's a positive way to look at it, and I like that. But one thing you did say that you know caught my eye and everything was that your thoughts on being a white rapper, because you are a white rapper. Yeah. And you kind of had a moment where you're just like, damn, I'm about to be a white rapper.
Yeah, that's one part of the hate that I won't blame them for, cause you feel me? Like I can't blame certain haters for coming from a certain place. Like, I might look like somebody that caused pain to them or some shit. I might look like, oh fuck, here go a white dude with dreadlocks, bro. Like, feel me? I'm really not that type of person, but like, certain situations is like, I don't blame certain people for being like mad about certain shit. You feel me? Can't blame them. You feel me? Like, some stuff is just like, you can't really like blame certain haters. Like, I don't have hate in my heart for anybody. Like, I can never get myself to like go on another artist profile and like put like a laughing face and shit. Like, I'm cut different, but like, I do understand where some of them are coming from. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I don't blame certain shit. Like, I do try to feel for them. Maybe like, I mean, they don't really understand. Like, I got a reason for what I'm doing, and it's all like the whole grand scheme of this shit. Like, if they knew, I know they probably wouldn't even be a hater. So a lot of haters be coming up and being like, damn, bro, like this jit snaps. Like, I hated this shit. I came here to hate, and now I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's not really like a big topic for me, because like, I got so used to that shit. I'm just like, this shit comes with it.
Yeah. And I feel like, the most important thing, I feel like in life, if you're just living in purpose and living in what you're supposed to be doing, that's the only thing that matters, and that's the only thing that's supposed to matter. You know what I mean? And there's been Jewish rappers before. We got one of the biggest rappers in the world is Jewish, Drake.
Shout out that boy.
Shout out Mac. You know what I mean? There's I'm pretty sure there's more that we don't, I don't know of, but with all that being said, you know, the support in the Jewish community is big. You know, you guys support each other a lot. What's it like? What's the Jewish community's, you know, reaction and support to, you know, your music?
I'll say like a lot of them love it, and then a lot, like some people be like, man, I respect how you aggressively taking pride in, you know, being a big dreidel and stuff. Like some people are like, man, don't make us look bad, whatever. Some people love it. Some people are like, man, it's whatever. You cursing, you a Jew, you're not supposed to curse. That's unholy. So like, I feel like I said before, like with the grand scheme of stuff, it's like I'm still growing. So it's like I'm not even at my full evolution yet. So it's like I feel like low key, yeah. I feel like everyone's opinion is just like right now. A lot of stuff is just like I gotta get to where I want to be before I could even like have people like speak like too soon. But it's like the Jews, they love this shit. Some Jews are like, you making, wow, don't do that to us. But at the end of the day, it's like, to the secular world, to them, I feel like, I got jits coming up to me being like, bro, I'm throwing my yarmulke back on because of you, bro. I'm finna get bar-mitzvah. You were like, that might be a good thing.
That there's good in that too. You know what I mean? You probably inspiring a lot of young Jewish kids to like really like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna throw my yarmulke on back for you. Like you really repping that. Like, have you seen your fans in person? And like, you know, I see you in New York. I seen a bunch of people taking pictures and stuff with you. What was that moment like to see it in real time, in real life?
I love the fans, bro. I love the fans a lot, bro. They Gyps are the goats, bro. I can't like. I grew up like people would like run away from me, like I sit alone and shit. People be like, man, they go away from me. Now everybody's like coming up to me. It's like, damn, bro, that shit make me happy and shit. I'll be like, damn, that shit.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah, fam. Like damn, just people rock with me now. Now people like me. People be like, man, what's wrong with him? Feel me? So it's like, shit feel good. It's a blessing, and I gotta give the fans the credit too, because they be like, you know, they made this shit happen.
Swag wise, you really just be chilling. Like skater, still got the skater DNA in you. Flannel, Supreme, skate shirt, hockey. Who doesn't love a good FA?
Yeah, for sure. That.
You know what I mean? Good. Shout out, fucking awesome. But you know these chains, man. You got the Jewish chains going. Was that Star David?
Yeah, I got two of them. I'm waiting to get that big dreidel for that boy Jew Shiesty. I'm finna get him a big dreidel.
You about to get a dreidel chain?
Yeah.
That's about to be crazy. Who gonna do that?
Low key, I don't even know. I fuck with Icebox though, cause they talked to me on DM and shit. Probably show them some love, cause he said he was like, I fuck with the music, so I'll probably try to go there, cause he seemed chill and shit. Yeah. I'm not even like a materialistic type of guy. I like skater-owned designer shit, like skateboarding clothes. That's how I grew up. So yeah, I like that type of stuff. But I'll probably just get that bust down dreidel for that boy Jew Shiesty, because I told him I was gonna get it for him. So ever since he passed, I was like, I still gotta get it. Because when you open it, it's gonna be a picture of him inside of it.
Oh, that's gonna be hard. Icebox gonna kill that too. You know they're gonna go crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I might ask the jit, like, yo, like, could you put a weight so when it hangs, that bitch spin? Ooh. But that might be OD, because like where the clip is gonna be, or whatever it's called, like on the Cuban link, the Cuban link's thick. So if I get like a big clip and then like a smaller Cuban, it'll allow it to spin. If they could do like a little swivel thingy and then with a weight, so when it hangs, it swings type shit, I'll be about. But like, I'm not gonna push. It doesn't have to be, because like the dreidel that never stops spinning could be on my neck. Yeah. But with Jew Shiesty and that shit. But like, that would be the goal. But like, I'm not really like tripping about it. Like, whatever looks best, I think is fire. But like, I might try to just say fucking to do that shit.
Yeah, that'd be dope, man. And you know, right now, like, you know, everything's lining up. You're getting a lot of crazy looks. Everyone's like, you know, trying to work with you or do something with you. You know, right now you're in this crazy little pocket in your career. You know, but you are working on a new music, a new project. What can you tell us about the new project? What's the name? Because I know you're gonna have a crazy name first and foremost.
It's Bars-mitzvah. Bars-mitzvah. We finna rock that shit out. I'm excited. It's gonna have like a little interlude at the end. It's all gonna be like rap shit and like catchy songs. I'm trying to make that shit like, you know, I'm trying to give the fans what they want. I want everything to be like what they want. And then like I'm gonna introduce that little vulnerable side, like that stuff where like when all the hype and all the lights turn off and shit, like I have like a little vulnerable side with this music shit, you know. Like people have heard it before. I have songs that are out that are kind of like, you know, singing like love shit, depressed stuff, like for those types of people. But I'm gonna introduce that like in the interlude. It's gonna be like I want it to be easy to digest. I don't want it to be like one transition. I want that shit to be like towards the end and then end it off with some like banger type shit. Similar to the Magic Dreidel, but just even better, better production stuff.
That's amazing, man. I'm excited for that. I know the fans are gonna be excited for that. How old are you by the chance?
22.
You 22 years old?
22 and shit.
Man, you could have went pro skating, but now you rapping. Man, we usually do this to, you know, close it out and everything. What is your message for our generation?
For the new generation, our generation, I like to say like, obviously like having an open mind is like important in certain situations, but I would say keep that like relationship with God. I would recommend that to people, like signs, praying, talking, asking, like observing, coming back, seeing, like applying stuff to life and stuff like based off of what you see, you know, them laws and stuff. I'm trying to think, bro, like I low key have like so much to say for the generation, like jits and stuff.
Let it spill, bro.
I would say like,
speak on it.
Yeah, just like, I don't even want to say never judge a book by its cover and shit, cause it's like,
shit, but that's facts though.
I feel like that in a deeper way, like jits will be like, I feel like telling people like there's just certain shit where it's like, you might be able to think some shit and make it up in your head and believe yourself, but like, it might be the total opposite. And like, I feel like that's like that with like, that's not my goal in music, like the whole thing, like that's not my whole goal, but it's like, think about purpose, like everybody here for a reason. So like, there's a reason why I became a rapper. A lot of people don't like that shit. I know the reason. I don't even talk about it too much, but I know what I'm gonna, you know, I know why I'm here and shit. I know why what I'm supposed to do, what stepping stones I'm finna use for it and shit. And then like, I'll say like, low key, find like all the jits coming up, like new generation, like find your like, what you wanna do. And like whoever's out here like has the reasons, like if you wanna make the world a better place, like don't let nobody say like, oh, like.
Don't let nobody stop you from making the world a better place.
Don't let nobody make you feel like it ain't realistic, cause the amount of people that tell me like think realistically, this shit's like unrealistic, you feel me? Like you trying to tell a jit, don't follow your dreams because it's not realistic. The shit that I was saying that I was finna do, like me and my boy Mo Fway, we was handing out flyers and shit at the colleges. Like I was like, we used to take naps in the car and be like, all right, we still got 500 of these. We finna go to UM, we finna give them out, and people gotta scan them, and like it'll go straight to DSPs and shit, the QR code. And like people would laugh and tell us, get a job and shit, and be like, bro, like you wanna be a rapper? I'm a rapper. I'll be honest with you, bro, like this shit ain't, like, you might as well, like, people would be like, bro, all these even other rappers, bro, these jits would be like, you rap, I make music. Like, they think they own that shit because they make music. Be like, bro, check it out, tap in. Like, we would try to, like, get people would literally try to block motion and shit because they seen how raw this shit was. And, like, the people would try to make up little stuff, too, just to, like, discredit shit. But it's like, the truth is, bro, like, shout out my boy Moshe, bro, Mo Fway. We was really, like, in that car just, like, making shit be like, bro, these jits looking at us crazy. 50% of the jits that we would pull up on would be like laughing at us and shit. But like that 20%, like added up every day type shit. These jits would literally be like, oh, this jit hustling, bro. Like let him like, feel me? Like let him like tap in. Like I'll scan, I'll tap in. That was rare, but like that's what we were looking for. We had to get through the crowd of just fuck crackers, just being like, man, nobody cares, bro. Like people will be like, people will be like, nobody cares, bro. Like tighten up, stop loitering. Like we look like hobos and that shit. But all them jits that tapped in and scanned our shit, we would go do open mics together and shit. Like that shit, like I feel like that is so awakening now that this is popping off for me. Like, like I gotta stay humble because all this shit could get taken from me in a second. That's why I never get cocky because like, I just don't like being cocky. And also like, even if I were to be cocky, it's like, that shit's just like, it's just like not like, I'm talented. God gave me that shit. That ain't me. God, you feel me? Like, don't like, I don't know, like, I feel like yesterday we was fucking no AC. That shit was sweaty. We were trying to get people to tap in. People would look at me crazy, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Nobody finna rock with you, Jit. Like, you look crazy. Like, but nah, bro, like.
Now the whole world wants to know about BLP.
Yeah, bro, like, don't let nobody tell you it's unrealistic to follow your dreams. Because truth is, I'm still not even where I want to be at. But like, all this shit is just like a stepping stone. My relationship with music is like I love it, but it's like, this ain't how it's finna be forever. You feel me? Like I'm trying to grow, man. Like I don't give a fuck about like trying to be cool no more and shit. Like I remember like I
feel like you're just always been just living in purpose, and that's what you're trying to do. Kosher, I appreciate you for rocking with us, man. Keep doing your thing, my boy. We're gonna hit the skate park soon. You know what I mean? Bro. I gotta see if that should still work.
I appreciate you for